Welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining us for Shavuot, music, reflections, and Yizkor. It is so wonderful having all of you join together as Shavuot, when we celebrate receiving the Torah, quickly approaches. Our reflection to get us started. We didn't zoom into Sinai. Moses didn't screen share the Torah. Revelation wasn't recorded to the cloud. It didn't premiere on Thursday at 5. The thunder and lightning wasn't a virtual background. The shofar wasn't recorded the day before. We didn't mute to hear the Aleph. Shamor and Zachor weren't a technical glitch. I didn't send you a private chat in awe of the presenter. The angels didn't enforce social distancing. Your connection wasn't unstable. There was no time lag on Naaseh v'nishma. The cask and the canopy were not virtual metaphors. The fires of black on white weren't pixelated. But the Torah is not in heaven. The word is very near to you, in your mouth, in your heart, and on your screen. We didn't zoom into Sinai, and the Torah is still here. Cantor Sharp will now lead us with selections from Hallel.
Adonai zecharanu yevarech, yevarech et Beit Yisrael, yevarech et Beit Aharon, yevarech yirei Adonai, haktanim im hagedolim. Yosef Adonai alechem, alechem ve'al beneichem, Beruchim atem l'Adonai, Ose shamayim v'aretz, Hashamayim shamayim l'Adonai, Ya'aretz natan lifnei Adam, Lo hametim yehalleluya, Ve'lo kol yordei duma, V'anachnu nevarech ya, Me'ata ve'ad olam, Me'ata ve'ad olam, Hallelujah. Anochi Adonai Elohecha, Asher hotzeticha me'eretz Mitzrayim mibeit avadim, lo yelecha Elohim acherim al panai, lo taseh lecha ve'eser v'chol temunah, Asher bashamayim mima, Vasher ba'aretz mitachat, Vasher b'mayim mitachat la'aretz, Lo tishtachave lahem, Ve'lo to'ovdem, Ki anochi Adonai Elohecha Elkanah, Poked avon avot, al banim al shileshim v'aribim lesonai, ve'ose chesed lalafim lo havai, u'shomorei mitzvotai, lo tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha lashav, ki lo yenake Adonai et Asher yisad shemo lashav, Zachor et yom HaShabbat lekadsho, Sheshet yamim tavod, Vasita chol melchtecha, V'yom hashvi'i Shabbat l'Adonai Elohecha Lo tasecho melacha Ata v'nchavitecha Avdecha ve'amatcha uvemtecha Ve'gercha shebisharecha Ki sheshet yamim Asa Adonai Et hashamayim ve'et haaretz Et hayam et kol asher ba Vayanach bayom hashvi'i Al ken Beirach Adonai yom HaShabbat v'yikadeshehu Kabed et avicha ve'et imecha Lema'an yarichun yamecha Al ha'adama Asher Adonai Elohecha Noten lach Lo tirtzach Lo tin'af Lo tignov Lo tanevrecha et shaker Lo tachmod beit re'echa Lo tachmod eshet re'echa Ve'avdo v'amato v'shoro v'chamoro V'chol asher lere'echa.
It's traditional that on the festival of Shavuot, Zman Matan Toratenu, the season of remembering the giving of the Torah, that we gather together to study and learn, to teach and be enriched, just as our tradition has instructed us to do over the course of thousands of years. As we gather to study and learn, whether it be in person or virtually, we reenact the connection between ourselves and the Torah, reminding us of how integral it is to the very fabric of our being as Jews. Revelation, the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai, which we recall on Shavuot through the reading of the Aseret HaDibrot, the Ten Commandments, and which we just heard chanted by Cantor Sharp, was not for one person, one single individual. The Torah was given to Bnei Yisrael, the entirety of the Jewish people. I'd like to study and learn with you a few texts which speak to this moment and relationship. We read in Deuteronomy chapter 4, 32, 33, the words spoken to Bnei Yisrael, quote, "Ask now about the former days, long before your time, from the day God created man on earth. Ask from one end of the heavens to the other. Has anything so great as this ever happened? Or has anything like it ever been heard of? Has any other people heard the voice of God speaking out of fire as you have heard and lived?" The answer is, of course, no. Matan Toratenu, the giving of the Torah, was an event, as we read here, that was a statement of the bond and relationship between God and the entire people of Israel. This was not a teaching or law that belonged to any one single individual who could claim it as his or her own. Rather, it was a gift to all of Israel. In another text, the Torah portion of Vayelech, this theme is spelled out even more clearly when it says as follows, "Vayitzav Moshe otam lemor, na'iketz sheva shanim, b'moed shana hashemita b'chag hasukot." And Moses instructed them as follows, "Every 7th year, the year set for remission at the festival of booths, when all Israel comes to appear before the Lord your God in the place that he will choose, you shall read the teaching, the Torah, aloud in the presence of all Israel. Gather the people, men, women, children, and the strangers in your communities, that they may hear and so learn to revere the Lord your God and to observe faithfully every word of this teaching." Let me explain the text and what it is and what exactly is taking place. Moses is instructing the people of Israel about a special ceremony that will be happening every 7 years at the time of Sukkot, after they had entered the land of Israel. The people were to gather there at that moment as a community, not as one particular group. It would not be just the Kohanim, the priests, or the Leviim, the Levites. It would not be for one particular tribe out of the 12 that constituted the children of Israel either. No. What does it say? Again, it says men, women, children, and even the stranger in your midst. All of them were to hear the law. The text is teaching us that no group is to be excluded at this gathering. Everyone is to be included as they gather together to hear the reading of the Torah at this very special ceremony. It is for each and every one to hear. May, in a sense, this reading of the Torah every 7 years harkens back to the Chag that we recall today, Shavuot, a holiday that reminds us of when we, not as individuals, but as a community, as a people, as Bnei Yisrael, the children of Israel, gather as one at the foot of Mount Sinai. The Torah, however we might interpret or live it in our own day, was meant for each of us and as a means of bringing us together as one, embraced by its guidance and wisdom. In reflecting on the lessons in these texts, on the giving of the Torah, I could not help but see within them a hint at what is taking place at this time of pandemic. One of the lessons many are commenting on at this time is the feeling of togetherness, as it is the phrase that I hear time and time again, alone but together. Unfortunately, we cannot be together in the way we would like. There's social distancing. The large gatherings that we should have had today on this Shavuot, so much a part of the fabric of human life, they've vanished. Yet we can be there for each other. We can reach out to our loved ones, friends and neighbors, to express kindness and goodness and generosity, because we have a unity of purpose in all we are doing to stay safe and keep others safe. May our unity of spirit, whether it be at Mount Sinai or today, help to strengthen us today and every day. Amen.
Ki lekach tov natati lachem torati al tazovo.
Yeah.
When shall we stand together again? When shall we stand again as a shul, pointing to the Torah, declaring together, V'zot HaTorah. This is the Torah that Moses placed before Israel, each with our own understanding, each part of the whole. When shall we stand together as families, Bubbies and Zadies, embracing grandchildren, generations together around the Shabbat table? They did not sit separately at their screens, zooming into Sinai. They stood there together as one. But there is no they. There is only we. There are no ancestors. There is only us. For it is taught, we all stood at Sinai. We were all there. The souls of all Jews, babies yet to be born, men, women, and children, Jews yet to be Jews. We were all there. Embracing Torah is a collective experience. But God spoke to each one of us as individuals. Rabbi Yochanan teaches, when the voice came forth, it did not come forth to all of Israel, but rather according to the strength of each individual. We were all present at Sinai, but our experience varied from one to another. In their unity, they had diversity from the very start. But standing together at that moment, they did not struggle to remain one. Today, though, we are apart, spread across this city and beyond, everyone anywhere but here, each receiving a telecasted message, struggling to stay connected. How shall we strengthen our bonds, our connection to one another? The Torah tells us that the people saw the thunder and lightning. As one does not see thunder, our tradition interprets that at that divine moment, they saw that which they could hear and heard that which they could see. They sensed what was there. They felt that which normally would be beyond their reach. It is in such a way that we too must experience the presence of others, whether celebrating a bris over the internet or remembering alone for Yizkor. We reach beyond to feel the presence of our loved ones. And it is in times of sorrow and times of simcha when we feel each other the most, when we stand in each other's presence and before God, providing strength or a whirling hora. Both of these, sorrow and simcha, are likened to revelation. The Torah says that the people of Israel stood underneath the mountain, a phrase that our sages take literally. One sees the mountain suspended above as a tool of destruction. Accept the Torah, God says, or I'll drop the mountain, and here will be your grave. It is the ultimate moment of sorrow. And it is precisely at this moment of separation, when we experience sorrow, that we need Sinai the most. When we can't be together beyond 10 at the cemetery. When Shivas are online. It is in times of sadness that we must be able to sense those who are there, but not. hear the lightning, see the thunder. Know that you are surrounded by a loving community and a caring clergy. In times of COVID and beyond, sometimes in people's absence, they can be even more present. I hope that is true for you throughout this crisis. I hope it is true for you as you recite Yizkor. Another midrash sees this suspended Sinai as a chuppah, with all of Israel standing underneath. Revelation becomes a wedding. The Torah becomes a ketubah, and our covenant, our destiny with God, agreed upon and sealed. I have lost track of the number of weddings delayed due to this pandemic. But I will say, the Zoom B'nai Mitzvah are beautiful. There is a togetherness, a community. There is beauty and joy to be found despite all of this. And yet, just as shul is no substitute for Sinai, streaming is no substitute for shul. But as Jews always have done, and always will do, we will grasp tightly to the Torah wherever we find it. We will remember and we will move forward. We maintain the past while we plan for the future. At this moment, you may be sitting alone, but you are not alone. We are bonded not only through modems, but through affiliation, shared commitments, and Torah. We are joined by our past and by our future. May this Shavuot be one in which we are able to stand together, even as we are physically apart. May we grasp hold of Torah. Let it guide us through these difficult times. Cantor Stein will continue with an introduction to Yizkor, following which you may recite personal Yizkor prayers. They can be found on pages 7 and 8 in the booklet and are also available to you on the screen. Please rise.
שלא ייגמר לעולם החול והים ריש אנוש של המים ורק השמיים תפילת האדם החול והים ריש ראש של המים ורק השמיים תפילת האדם. El Molei Rachamim Shochein Bameromim Hametzei Menucha Nechoena Ale Kanefei Ashechina B'mahalon Kedoshim Eroneonim Kedoshim Eroneonim Kezohar Harakia Mazirim Etni Shemot Chaverei Keilat Kodesh Adat Yisrael Sheyalichu Megan Eden, Megan Eden, Tiei Menu Echatom, Balarachamim Yastirei Meseiter Kenofom Elamim Vitzeror Mitzeron Achayim Edeni Shemotayim Adonai Nachalatam V'yanuchu Meshalom Al Mishkevotayim V'nomar
Normally, at this season of the year, at this holiday, we would gather together and say the mourner's Kaddish. However, because we are not in the presence of a minyan, at this time I'll recite a Kaddish L'Yachid, a Kaddish that is to be recited by an individual, which was composed in the Siddur of Rab Amram Gaon generations ago. It says, Al hakol yitgadal v'yitkadash v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh shemo shel melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'lamot shabara ha'olam hazeh v'olam haba b'rtzono u'b'rtzon kol amo Yisrael sur olamim adon kol habriot Elohai kol hanfashot hayoshev merchavei marom hashochem b'shmei shmei kedem kedushato shel kisei hakavod ukedushato shel chayot uvechen yitkadash shemo v'no le'nei kol chai v'nemar lefanav shir chadash kakatuv shir l'ranai shir chadash ki niflaot asa V'ne'amar Shirol Henu Zamru Shemo Sol Rechav V'Soto B'ya Shemo V'nerehu Ayan B'ayan B'shuvo El Nevehu Kemo Shne'amar Ki Ayan B'ayan Yiru Beshuv Adonai Tzion. V'nigla kevod Adonai, v'ra'u kol basar yachdav, ki pi Adonai diber. V'ata negdalnav ko Adonai, v'ka'asher dibarta lemor. V'yomer ki yad al kes yad, malchama l'Adonai be'amalek midor. Zachor rachamecha Adonai, v'chamadecha, ki me'olam hema. Koli el Adonai ekra, v'yanenu maher kadsho selah, v'Adonai chavetz laman tzidko yagdil Torah v'yadir. For it all, may the name of the King of Kings, the Holy Blessed One, be exalted, praised, glorified, extolled, and upraised. In the world he created, the world and in the next, according to his will, and the will which he, his whole people Israel, has set. Rock of the world, maker of creation, God of all souls, who sits in great upper expanses, who dwells in the eternal high heaven, whose holiness rests on the throne of glory, and whose holiness is over all that lives, and therefore may his name be made holy in us, in view of all that lives, and may we say before God a new song, as it is written, sing to God a new song, for God has done wondrously. And it is said, sing to God, chant hymns to God's name, extol God who rides in the clouds, the Lord is his name. We will see God eye to eye, where he returns to his oasis, as it is said, for every eye shall behold the Lord return to Zion. The presence of the Lord shall appear, and all flesh as one shall behold, for the Lord himself has spoken. Let my Lord forbearance be great, as you have declared, saying, and he said, hand upon the throne of the Lord will be at war with Amalek throughout the ages. O Lord, be mindful of your compassion and your faithfulness. They are old as time. I cry aloud to the Lord, and he answers me. And from his holy mountain, the Lord desires his servant's vindication, that he may magnify and be glad and be glorified forever. Amen. On this Chag HaShavuot, we celebrate, recall, and remember relationships. We do so in our Yizkor prayers as we remember those who are no longer here with us, the relationships which help to nurture us and bring us so much meaning to our lives. Similarly, we recall God's love for us and our people in giving us the Torah, God's teaching and inspiration, which has guided us throughout the generations. It is a relationship that has continued to inspire and bring us to ever greater heights. May these relationships always bring meaning to our lives and help us to live a life worthy of devotion and of caring. Amen.
Shalom.